Yo, I want to welcome you to the latest installment into the Invest Podcast. I'm your host, the one and only, the never duplicated Johnny Invest. Do me a favor, smack that subscribe button and be notified every time we drop dope, banging content. Man, it's a nice day today, man. It's a good day to podcast and shoot the breeze with my guy. And we got some history, man, because I remember my man came with his guys a while back on my first podcast I ever did in the studio. It was pouring down rain, man. It was a bitch to make it here, but we got it going. We got it working. I got him back here again. He just rocked an event for me too. Man, I got the one and only DJ Money Gang in the building. Money Gang, what's poppin', brother? Man, how you feeling today, man? I mean, I'm happy to get you in the booth, man. I've done a lot of rainy day podcasts, but when the weather's good outside, man, it's just the extra, man.
We outside.
For sure, man. So, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself. Tell them where you're from, man.
DJ Money Gang, Sacramento, California.
916.
916. Just local DJ, just looking to change the game, change the way, music is actually being played and, keeping that safe environment but still allowing people to have fun. I'm doing starting mashups. I know not a lot of DJs do that out here in Sacramento, so I'm starting to do mashups.
Talk to me a little bit about the mashup, about somebody that might not know that DJ lingo. What's a mashup?
So a mashup is when you blend one song with another song. So let's say I'm blending Can We Talk by, Taylor Campbell, and I'm mixing. Can I cuss on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too much, but we keep it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's my N-word. I'm gonna keep it cool. My N-word by YG and Rich Homie Quan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll mix the lyrics.
That
beat.
And I'll ride from a.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I'll blend it to and I'll make it in.
Okay, nice. Not glad you explained that, man. You were just rocking an event for us, man, and now I got you on as my official DJ. Like whenever we have events and things like that, it's DJ Money Gang, and my son actually brought your name up to his board at school, trying to get you to come in there and and rock the prom, man. Your name is getting kind of known out here. So talk to me a little bit about the venues you've done and what got you involved in doing DJing. Because one thing I know is it's not just playing music. Like, there's a skill set, there's a process, keep the party going, the vibe, the tempo. Like knowing the crowd, like talk to me about the creative, like the process to that, man.
So before every event, I kind of just relax and just figure out, okay, if I have this kind of crowd, I'm gonna play this. Okay. If I have this kind of crowd, I'm gonna play this. You never really know what kind of crowd you're gonna get into until you actually see it. Okay. So once I see the crowd and I see, okay, this is what I'm working with, I know exactly how to come at it. I've done numerous events. I've done Liaison Lounge. I've done Saxo by Night. I've done the Golden Monk Center at the King's Gang. I've done.
Wait a minute, talk to me about that, man. That's dope. That's man. How'd you get hooked up with that?
That was crazy. That was with Jay Kent. And
okay. That was Jay Kent.
Yes. Then we did I want to say it was Christmas time too. Houston Rockets.
Okay.
Sold out pretty crazy. It was a good shot. It was a good time for sure. You walked down the court, I seen James Harden play so much drink. I was like,
had to be like surreal though.
It was
man.
crazy. It was crazy because I play basketball. So
yeah.
Looking at Russell Westbrook, that's my idol.
Okay.
So I'm seeing him in person. I'm like,
it's a real moment, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a blessing for sure. California State Fair, Banana Festival, Cowboy Festival.
Okay.
I did a concert in Stockton.
Okay.
So I was there. Ray J was there. There was a lot of Keith the Sneak was there. It was a lot of
yeah.
It was some
I was big on Keith when I was like 19, man. He had an album come out, man. I had some 15s in my trunk, man.
It was definitely dope. I was doing Raven Justice set. I was doing his set, and then I've been to Chico.
Chico, man. I said, when I was younger, my late teen years, early 20s, man, I used to go down to Chico a little bit and party a little bit. I got some Chico stories, man.
Chico wild. Chico wild for sure.
Okay. Wow, man. So, what got you into DJing, messing with the turntables and stuff like that? Because we all do different things. Right. I love hearing music, but I'm not a DJ.
So, I was mainly a producer at one point.
Okay.
And then I was in high school. And I was a party on a Wednesday or something, and they was like, "Oh, we need a DJ," and I was like, "I'll play with it a little bit."
Yeah.
You know, I'll kind of figure out, like, I kind of know what people really want to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just messing around with it. And then the fact that I had a party lit on a Wednesday in the daytime, I was like, all
A
right.
day party on a Wednesday? I could see a day party maybe on a Saturday, but a day party on a Wednesday. I mean,
On a Wednesday.
was it a holiday or something? What's
No,
I mean,
it was just a regular pool party. It was
a house
It was
or
a house. We was getting out of school.
Wow.
Everybody was turned up. Everybody was having fun.
nice.
And at the time, I'm still, producing, so I really didn't think nothing of it. But more and more, I started like, okay, I can count how much money I've made off making beats off one hand.
Okay.
Then I started DJing, and I'm like, okay, this is different. This is different. It's making more money. It's more professional. I'm having fun. It doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like any of that extra. So it became my passion.
Yeah.
And then I started taking it seriously about 3 years ago. So I started putting my name out there. Actually,
And that's not long. That's not long ago.
Nah, I
Like
let go.
getting gigs and things like that, and just
Yeah.
word of mouth and reputation and the resumes building.
Yep.
You showed up and you did an event for me, man. You're on time.
Yes, sir.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing right there is people being on time.
I
Like
try.
you're doing
I try.
is a professional right here, man.
I try to be.
And then you rocked it the whole time.
Thank you.
You're a people person. People like you. We got people saying, "Hey, I want this guy to be our DJ." Getting your information and things of that nature. So you can just show up and like you created an experience
That's what it's about.
for our event. How does that feel? Because you're doing different. You're doing weddings. You're doing parties. You're like bringing joy to people, keeping the music going, the party on. Talk to me about being able to get up, go to your regular job, but talk to me about being able to do something that you truly enjoy. Because for me, with my brand and my business, I have my day job, but I'm also able to do my brand. I'm actually able to get to a point where I'm actually making money off my business, making money off my brand.
Absolutely.
I'm actually getting paid to go and do events and speaking to touch people. It's not about the money, but the money's like, wow, I'm able to actually go and do something I like.
Yep. I was just going to say that.
Create value.
Yeah.
And be giving something for your value.
Yeah.
When that's not the top of my list, but that's like, I even pinch myself sometime with that to be able to go out and do that. So talk to me a little bit about that, about being able to do something that's a job, but it's not a job.
I was just going to speak on that. So sometimes it's not even about the money. And you know that.
Sure.
Sometimes it's just the outreach.
Absolutely.
It's the experience that you get to give people. It's the opportunity that you get to give people to have fun, be safe, but also you get to touch their hearts, you get to touch their spirit without really even knowing it. So like for me, I've always told God that, I want to help people. Like use me to help people. I didn't know how he was gonna do it.
Okay.
My favorite artist is Tory Lanez. My girl, she gonna hate me, it's okay.
Okay.
My favorite artist is Tory Lanez, and I seen him in a truck just giving out money. And I was like, God, I want to help people like that. I want to be able to move people like that.
You saw Tory Lanez give out money?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was giving out money. He was helping people go to college. He was just, he pulled up on somebody. He was like, hey, I heard you was going to college here. Take some money.
Wow.
But I was like, God, I want to help people.
Yeah.
And I never really understood how I was going to.
You didn't know, but you knew you wanted to.
I just knew I wanted to. And I really started looking at it with me DJing schools, DJing events, talking to people. It's like, okay, I'm really touching hearts without really even knowing it.
Yeah.
So when you get to that point and you get to that experience, it's like, ooh, you feel it and it feels good.
Yeah, for me, I'm a believer in like, when you go out and you do something, and if you really enjoy it, like people always will ask me like, what business should I start? What should I do? This and that.
Yeah.
And I feel you tend to do really well and you excel in things that are part of who you are and things that you really like to do.
Right.
Like for me, doing the invest brand is just easy for me. It's natural because I'm someone who understands the value I'm invested in myself. I knew where I was years ago in my life and where I wanted to go, and knew what were the steps and what I had to do to increase my value, my personal stock, to be able to get to where I wanted to get to.
Right.
I wanted to help and impact people. Like for you, at first, I didn't know how. My grandma always told me, John, you got gifts, but I didn't know how it was gonna help. And then one day, Invest just came to me, it wasn't even a brand for it, just something invest. Shit, I don't know, fuck. What? And I had the word invest for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Shit, that's what? That's what?
Right.
And finally, it came in and was invest in you, in yourself.
Right.
And then having the brand and being able to speak on the brand, and then having the platform and bringing on guests like you, who's invested in yourself, and you're able to help and able to pour into others, because you're not just a DJ, you do coaching, you coach kids as well for basketball. And what got you into doing that?
That was luck. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Sometimes we do get breaks. There's a little bit of luck in there sometimes.
Yeah, that was luck. I started working at Job Corps in March.
Okay.
And then the coach that
Was that March of last year?
Last year.
Okay.
Yeah. The coach that they had, he ended up getting into some faculty trouble.
Okay.
So they didn't have a coach. The students came up to me and they were like, "Hey, can you coach us?" And I was like, "Yeah." Well,
I see like a post or something. You were there like playing basketball.
Mhm.
Oh, any coaches too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had a March Madness tournament like literally right around the corner.
Oh wow.
And I DJ'd at that school previous before working there.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the team and I'm like, okay, I kind of see you guys. You guys lost already.
Yeah.
But they're like, we haven't won a game since 2000, something. And I'm like,
They're losing every game.
They're losing.
I mean, that is something for your morale.
It's crazy.
God.
So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna get y'all right. I came in, started coaching them. I had about 2-3 weeks to get them ready for the tournament. We won. We only lost. We won 5. We only lost 1.
Wow.
So that was a huge blessing. Won the tournament. First place.
Wow. So really, then they were losing, so they had a loser mindset. Talk to me about the mindset shift, because I'm big on. So one of the platforms that I work with is my boy. Shout out Coach Al Benegas with Mindset Academy. It's Mindset Academy.
Right.
Because we believe, and I believe, that the first thing you need to do anything in life where you want to be successful is you have to have the mindset.
Absolutely.
If you show up, like I have to get my ass kicked all the time, in your mindsets, you've already lost already. So I think without you helping with that mind shift,
Right.
they would have probably lost every single game. So with that, man, talk to me a little bit about how important the mindset. What does mindset mean to you? To me, it's how I start. If my mind ain't right, nothing is right. I'm a life coach, man, and one of the biggest things I talk to people about is the goddamn mindset. Talk to me about that, man. You have these kids turning around, actually believing in themselves when there was nobody that was doing it.
Absolutely. The school actually talked down and they're like, you guys are gonna lose.
Wow.
It's like, so
Yeah.
I'm literally telling them, I'm like, look, everything is in your head.
Environmental.
Everything is in your head. You guys are going not only against the crowd, you're going against 6 other teams.
Wow.
So you guys gotta show them who's on top.
Yeah.
And I just told them, you guys are great enough to beat anybody out here.
Man, believe.
I had to. And I was like, you guys are raw talent. You guys are here for a reason. Go out there and show that.
Yeah.
And I told them, play cool, play calm, play collective, play together. It's not a one-on-one team.
Yeah.
We play as a team. Move the ball around.
Wow.
Get to the open shots. It's
Yeah.
easy shots. Make a layup. I prefer you make a layup than you go out here trying to be Steph Curry. You got enough bricks to build a mansion.
So for me, I believe that coaching, whatever it is you're coaching, is so vital because you have a profound, it can be negative or it can be positive, impact on these young men.
You kind of got a power.
The impact you have on them can last them beyond their time with you. So I think coaching is so important. Coaching is a form of mentoring.
It is.
I'm a life coach. Coaching in sports is a form of life coach because you're actually not just coaching them on the field of the basketball court, you're coaching them in life.
Absolutely.
So you're trying to instill confidence and belief in them because those kids, you didn't touch them, they would have left like, okay, we're suckers, we lost. They could have actually took that to life, into their life beyond sports.
Yeah.
I suck, I'm a loser,
Yeah.
I'm nothing.
Yeah.
And I've met people that I've had to coach, to a mindset coach,
Right.
that have those thoughts.
Right.
So I think you coming in and helping them was like so important. You were just meant to do that. You were just meant to be able to pour into them. How does that feel to be able to uplift kids? I know when I went to the high school and I've been there and I've done my work with Coach Al, it's being able to, I'm like, man, if I could even touch one,
Yeah.
I feel like I did something.
Yeah, it felt great. And honestly, it's like knowing that these aren't really kids, these are adults.
Yes, okay.
These are the students are 16 to 25.
Okay. These are young men and men.
Yeah. So, but me on my teams, I don't have any minors. So
Okay.
you guys are grown men at this point.
Right.
So I'm telling them like, look, even in life when it gets hard,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard.
For sure.
You gotta push through that.
Yeah.
Even when you're tired running to suicide, keep pushing.
Get to mentally. I think that when you get someone mentally prepared for what's coming, they understand it, they accept it, and if you stick to the process, it's going to be kind of hard. But if you continue to do these things, it's going to get easier.
It's always gonna get easier.
The thing is, you got to keep doing it
You
to
have
get easier.
You have to. I tell them it's a war outside. Are you a warrior? You're gonna be
Absolutely.
what you choose to be. You know. So we break that non-warrior mindset, and I'll put that my own warrior mindset in you. Because like I know you got it. You just have to believe in yourself at this point.
Yeah.
So I think you can do it. It's up to you at this point.
Absolutely.
I've done everything that I can, but it feels great though. I've sent kids to not kids, but some of the students to college. One of them's playing football at Sac City.
Oh wow, nice.
Another one got a scholarship for basketball in another college.
Wow.
So it's deeper than just
Impact.
it's deeper than just basketball. It's actually helping people. We've won 3 championships already, so
Nice.
it feels good.
Oh.
It feels good.
Yeah, and again, like I said, it starts with mindset.
Exactly.
So with Job Corps, man, we got you getting the Job Corps. Can you tell some of the, I know, from growing up in like Sacramento and things like that, I know about Job Corps, the services, things of that nature. But to someone like listening to the first time or someone who's just never heard of Sacramento Job Corps, like what is Job Corps? Like, what does it offer?
So Job Corps is a trade school. They offer different trades that you can come and get your certificate and go straight into your work-based field.
Okay.
They got security guard, they got CNA, they got hard trade plastering,
Okay.
heavy machinery, all that good stuff.
Nice.
I didn't know what it was when I got into it.
Okay.
I got a call from one of my friends, and they was like, "Hey, come work for Job Corps."
Okay.
Where I was working at an after-school program.
Okay.
Still helping.
So you already have like a coaching mentorship type of background.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
That was my first year head coaching, and I was by myself, no assistant.
It's all you?
All me.
You never no experience coaching?
No experience.
Wow.
So,
Figured out as you go, huh?
Yeah, because I actually play basketball,
Yeah,
so
you kind of already knew.
Yeah, one thing I was like, I'm not gonna cheat, coach you guys the way I got coached.
Yeah.
I'm gonna train you a little bit different.
You're a natural. You're already like a natural like a helper.
Yeah.
I think just because someone played basketball doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a good coach. You have to really want to be able to help people. And
Exactly.
You probably just a hell of a natural like that.
Yeah. No, definitely. It was fun. It was a great experience. I knew nothing about it, but coming into it and looking at everything and everything that they're going through, I'm like, okay, some of these students don't even know where to go.
Yeah.
This is all they have.
That's all they have.
A lot of students, it's like, yeah, I got family, but they live all the way in Texas, or so they really don't see their family a lot. They stay open during the weekend, and we're there to be support to the students who don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
It's even, sometimes it's a little, heartbreaking when you gotta let students go.
Yeah.
Because they got in some trouble.
Yeah.
But then it's like they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's hard.
it's hard. It's
It
tough.
is.
I've seen it more than
Yeah.
a lot. I've seen it a lot. But you just try to go in there, help them build their character, keep them out of trouble.
Yeah.
I tell every student when they come in, it's their first day. If you need anything, you know where my office is at.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things that I'm going to talk after this about what mentorship means to me, I feel like just being there, let them know that if they need anything,
That's all
you're
good.
here.
Yeah.
I'll tell them I might not necessarily know exactly what you need. You let me know what you need,
Exactly.
what I can do to be able to be of service to help you.
Exactly.
For some people, I learned that are not successful. It's just that there's certain things they need, but they have to be willing to take in those things. They have to be willing to accept the gifts that we are giving to them.
They can't be selfish.
And one thing I'm big on, I'll tell you from never worked at Job Corps, but I've been around some youth and things of that nature that have had some challenges in life.
Right.
One thing I'm big on is again service, helping, giving them what they need to be successful. successful, but my biggest thing for me is also accountability. So I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you the thing that you tell me you need and do my best to help to make you be successful.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's up to you to take these things, set these things, get up in the morning, understand, hey, this is what I need to do. There's accountability here.
Exactly.
So for every choice, whether it's good or bad, there is an outcome for that. It's like this: 1 + 1 = 2.
Right.
Bad equals
super bad.
Super bad.
You're in trouble.
So I'm big on that, man. So I'm really big on what you decide to put into your life, good or bad. That's your result.
Yeah.
Like I know if I get up in the morning, I got bad intentions.
It's gonna be.
Bro, I know already. Like
you know it's gonna be a bad day. Wake up, go to bed, try again. Wake up, just think about it. But it's all everything's mindset.
Yeah.
Everything's a mindset.
Yeah, definitely, man. So we got you DJing, man. We got you coaching, man. We got you at the Job Corps, man. Rocking crowds. What are explain to me some of the other venues you've done. Have you done weddings? You done any weddings or anything of that nature? Have you done any quinceañeras?
I've done weddings. I've done an Indian party.
I've
done a Hmong party.
Oh, wow. So all different, nationalities, so different type of music, different type of dancing, just a whole different type of like a vibe. But one thing I know is everybody want to have fun, right?
Of course. Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting. Didn't know what I was playing, but
yeah. So okay. Right now, from the Indian party, they give you their playlist, and how would you mix that? Because you don't even know the music. Talk to, because they need an Indian DJ, right? I would think.
You would think that, but I had one of my friends. He's Indian. I was like, bro, I need all bangers. Anything you got, party bangers.
Yeah.
Need it. He sent them through. Excuse me, and he was like, everything you gonna need right here. I just matched BPMs. I was like, okay, blend. I'm looking at the crowd, they're going crazy. They're like, oh my God, where'd you guys find him? And I'm like, I don't know what you guys are saying. I'm just over here just.
Yeah.
I did a mom party. That was interesting. They got different music, but they love American music as well. So I'm mixing the two back and forth.
Yeah.
But once they're drunk enough, you can play whatever you want.
Yeah. You gotta tell them when they start moving around, they're faded up.
But they're drunk enough, it's like, okay, I'm gonna play this. You don't even know what you're doing. But
you're vibing anything at that point, huh?
Anything. No, that was fun. That was definitely fun.
Man, that is crazy, man. That's wild. But again, it has to feel good, bringing joy to people's life, being able to do the things that you like.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna ask you something real quick, because you went into coaching with no experience. I'm pretty sure you had fear. There's things I went and I did for the first time. Mm-hmm. There's times I'm at an event and there's a bunch of people there. For me, I got asked to speak. I had no idea what I was gonna say. I wasn't prepared for it. So just talk to me about, man, just putting yourself out there. You might not know everything right away, but like I said, you hadn't been a coach yet, but you went out here, coached these young men. You were successful, but you just did it. Talk to me about the what was in you to make you decide, hey, I'm gonna take a leap at that, because you could have failed miserably, but you were successful and you went for it. A lot of people, I always talk about in this podcast, the biggest thing that stops people with things in their life with goals is just being afraid. And for me, and you might feel the same, for me, I got one life. I'm gonna go one day. Mm-hmm. I'm going for everything now.
Absolutely.
I might not, when I first started this podcast, man, I was in my living room on Zoom, bro. Yeah. Bad camera, everything was I'm on Zoom. I'm like, we're doing this. I didn't know how to run a show. Right. I remember my first podcast, I'm talking to a doctor. Doctor's a wagon, her son out of Florida, PhD, everything. I'm like, man, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to this doctor, she don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm sitting there on Zoom, it's Dr. Zawagan is in the waiting room. Oh shit. Palms itching. It's 2022 or something like that. But you know what? I'm ready anyway. And I can say for me, just improve show by show, year by year. Yeah. It's where we are right now. Professional interface, man. Just rocking. They got dope. Talk to me a little bit about, man, overcoming fear. Just doing shit anyway. Just getting better over time.
So I used to play video games when I was younger. I don't really play them no more. Okay. But at the end of fear is everything that you need. So whenever you're playing the game and you got a boss level that you reach, you're like, oh, I'm already nervous. I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
I'm like, this is gonna be hard.
You get the Mario Brothers, you get
get
Koopa
the
around.
Bowser. It's like, oh, this dude.
Yeah.
And you try, and it's
Koopa
like,
used to kill my ass.
yeah. But at the end of it, the reward is so great.
Absolutely.
So that's what kind of what I got into my head. It's like I put God in my head, and it's like, okay, God, if you wouldn't bring me here for no reason.
Right.
So obviously I can handle this. So now it's like I'm scared, but on the other side of this, I know something great is gonna be. So even anytime I do a show, I'm still scared. I still get nervous. I still get the bubble guts.
Even now. Dang.
Even after everything that I've been through, I'm always gonna have that. They gonna like me. They gonna like what I do. They gonna. My girl tell you. I tell her every day. I'm like, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And she'll be like, bro, you're tripping. Like I'm looking at the crowd.
You got a good teammate right there to give you that positive talk.
Yeah.
When you got the negative thoughts in your mind. It's a teammate right there.
Yeah, she'll be like, I'm in the crowd with them. They're turning up to you. What you don't see, I see it. So I'm like, I really didn't see homeboy having fun over there.
So when you're DJing, you're just kind of focusing on the music, not as much. You're not able to see every moment in the crowd and
see every moment
of that nature.
So for me, DJing, I'll play a song, I'll look up, I'll see they like it, cool. Now I gotta play Tetris to see what the next 3-4 songs that I'm about to
put down.
What's gonna get them going? What's gonna make them have fun? Do I want to switch it up?
That's hard because some would just think you just play music and shit. But yeah, you have to actually, that tempo. How do I keep that going? What's the next song to blend with that to kind of keep that?
How do I keep them here?
How do I keep them? Because you lose them.
You can lose them quick. One song, they'll walk out.
Yeah.
I've had it happen. I've had it happening multiple times. But you gotta just keep them right.
Little trial and error is to find out that flow, right?
Yes. Everything's trial and error. Everything is trial and error. It takes time, but eventually you'll get to it, and then you'll get better and better and better. And it's like, oh, I got this. You know what I'm saying? But I still get nervous. I still get
always, huh?
Always.
Wow.
It's like, y'all gonna rock with me? Am I
a different crowd?
Am I washed up? Am I done doing this? It's over. So it happens. But I'll start to notice like, okay, this crowd isn't ready for what I do.
Yeah.
Some people just aren't ready for what you do in life, and that's okay.
Okay.
Some people are just not ready for the type of energy that you bring. And that's cool. That's cool. Because even when I do mashups, I'm looking up. I'm like, y'all should be going crazy.
Crazy to this, huh?
They're not, because they're like, oh, we want the regular.
Okay.
We want the regular version.
You're not ready.
You're not ready for this. So that happens. It's cool. It's like, okay, let me give you this regular. Now you turned up. Now you got to make fun. Cool. So,
man, I like what you said, man. I'm actually gonna use that quote. What you really want is on the other side of fear.
It is.
What your fear is here.
Your fear is right here at the end.
And what you actually want
is on the other side.
Is on the other side. And I'll give you a little bit about my story, like reaching out to different companies and stuff to work with. I work with French Fitness, I work with Spectrum Fitness Productions, I got some other stuff coming up in the works. And those companies could have told me no. And I've heard no's from different people. I've got ignored in DMs and all that.
Yep.
But I was like, you know what? I know I got a good thing. I got to keep working it. But I was thinking, I didn't have your wording, but I knew. I said, what I'm looking for and what I really want is on the other side. All I got to do is keep putting myself out there. There's going to be some rejection. There's going to be some no's.
Of course.
But once you start hearing a yes or two, what I notice is a lot of them start to say yes. So I like that mythology about, boom, what you really want in your life is on the other side of fear. Yeah. And I believe, too, God don't put you in spots you ain't supposed to be in. So when I got asked to talk and speak, nervous as hell. But I'm thinking at my same time, like, I'm supposed to be here anyway. God wouldn't have put this opportunity in front of me if I wasn't supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here. God wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so fear is a natural thing.
Of course.
We all gonna have fear. We're human.
Exactly. We're human.
Like for me, I'm getting ready. I start my contest prep, going on stage in July. I've done a couple shows.
There you go.
Shit, I'm a little nervous again.
It's okay.
I'll be better than I was the first time. But it's nervous every single time you're going out there. Man, you got a couple hundred people looking at you, man, in that crowd. It's just you, your Speedos, your routine.
That's it. That's it. I heard this quote. Not even a quote. It was a story. Somebody was it was a prisoner,
Okay.
and it was a big scary door, and then it was just regular death.
Okay.
Um, and he went to the door. He said, "Just give me regular death."
Mm.
And the guy was like, "Why? Why do you choose that? Why not the door?"
Yeah.
He said, "The door looks scary. I don't even want to know what's behind it."
Wow.
When he opened the door and it was green grass, it was his freedom.
The fear of not wanting to open the door.
The fear of not wanting to go through it.
Yeah. Fear. Again, y'all, fear is natural. But again, my boy said, wise young man, he said, your goals and the things you really want are on the opposite side. Anything that you really want to do that's big, there's going to be fear.
Of course.
You're going out rocking a gold one center.
Let me tell you something. I was terrified.
I wouldn't have slept that night, bro. but happy at the same time.
We didn't. We were at another friend's house, and we were all talking. And anything that I do, I keep guiding. So I'm praying.
Yeah, God, okay.
God, get me through it. Keep me.
I'm gonna take a quote from my boy, Coach Al, who was just here a couple weeks ago. He says, "G.O.D. God opens doors." That's his quote. That quote.
I like that. I'll use that. Yeah, it's like, see, my quote, I say the same power that rose Jesus Christ from the dead is the same one that's in me.
Wow.
So don't think that just because I'm who I am that I'm not gonna eat this up. Anything I do, I'm gonna eat it up because I got that same power.
That's deep.
So
man,
when you have that confidence in you, you move different. When you have that mindset, everything you do is different.
Yeah.
So like even like when I go somewhere and I want you to tell me no. Tell me no now because when I come back and you say yeah, I'm gonna remember. I got that chip on my shoulder. And I was like, oh, remember when you told me no?
Remember when you told me no?
Let me show you something. Let me show you something. So I tell people all the time, look for the no. Look for rejection because that's what builds character.
Absolutely.
That's what's gonna build you.
For sure. For sure.
Once I don't over expect because if you over expect, you're gonna get disappointed.
Right.
So anything I do, I'm just like, okay, we'll see what happens. Ends up being 100+ people. Oh, that's a lot of people in here.
But I love that mindset because nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing.
And you don't come in to like that you're owed anything and everything you get is extra.
So
then you can never be disappointed because you'll expect nothing.
Exactly.
That's that mindset right there. That's that like I'm the same, man. For me, nothing's guaranteed today.
Nothing. It's never guaranteed. The fact that I woke up, I'm like, I'm blessed to even wake up.
Yeah, like today I told you, I said last time we did a podcast, it was stormy rain. So it's a nice day outside. That's extra. That ain't guaranteed, but that's extra.
Mm-hmm.
A good day, a sunny day is a
beautiful
bonus, man.
Beautiful outside.
Definitely a nice day. My man, DJ Money Gang, man, it's been a great episode, bro. Before we get out here, man, shout out your media channels. In case you want to holler, get DJ Money Gang for a wedding and an anniversary, a prom, whatever it is, a mixer. This is the guy. I can tell you what, he's on time. That's real big. He played the whole time. He's super duper professional, good energy. He's radiant. People love being around him. He will keep your party going. So shout out your media channels, my man.
Shout out to you.
For sure.
DJ Money Gang with 2 G's at the end.
2 G's on the end.
2 G's at the end. You were my first time. I've always wanted to do a different type of event.
Okay.
You were the first time I ever did a fitness area.
Is that the first time?
That was my first time I was in the gym.
Oh, wow.
So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate you coming through. It was crazy because I don't know, like I was kind of stumbling, like I need to. And at the time, like I don't even remember, like thinking, like then Ron was like DJ Money Gang. I'm like, why the hell wasn't he on the first? But you always be on my first on my list now. This has been. I'm just like, hey, the DJ. I'm like, yeah. Why didn't? And it just fit.
Come on.
I didn't have nobody else hired. It fit perfectly because it wasn't meant to be. I wouldn't have booked you.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he said money, I'm like, that's the one. And then he gonna be the one. Whenever we have our events over there, man, we're gonna have you come in, rocking, jamming, and kicking it. There's gonna be an event. I'm actually gonna be working with In Shape Fitness.
Okay.
There's gonna be an event coming up at some point soon in the near future. And I'm gonna see if you're available, and if I can, I'm gonna try to book you for that event too. Coming in, rock the gym. Best Apparel's gonna be in there. They're doing their thing. You brought a lot of value to that event.
Thank you.
And people remember that.
Thank
You know, the gym liked it. You know, we have great content. The next one's gonna be bigger than that one. That was the first time we bringing a DJ. And at first I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it regular. I was like, nah, hell no.
Let's go big.
Let's bring up the reps. Let's do it big.
Go big, go home.
Let's make it like a party, man. And having the music out there like this is dope.
Come on.
And even the next Monday, I talked to the manager, like, man, I heard your event was like, it was super lit. It was popping. Like, yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Anyway, man, anything else you want to say before we get out here? My man, DJ Money Gang, want to book my man, holla at him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just believe in yourself. That's
Absolutely.
it. Invest in yourself. Simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. The more you believe in yourself, the better you become.
Look at this right here. Notice Invest Apparel.
Come on.
Right here.
Come on.
Before we go real quick, you got the Invest Podcast, you got a hoodie. So real quick, man, I'm gonna take a second just to recite, our brand story real quick. So that way, when you're wearing that, you kind of know what the brand is actually about.
Absolutely.
So it says that, Invest Apparel was created out of the desire to redefine what it means to invest.
Mm.
It's more than a financial statement.
Mm.
It is a commitment to personal betterment.
Mm.
It is the relentless and undeniable belief in the power of personal transformation. Every piece we create is crafted to remind you the greatest investment you'll ever make is in yourself.
Mm.
It's your boy Johnny Invest. Please like, share, subscribe. Best podcast.
Come on.